Okay, so I'm sorry, this is just top of mind for me right now for a couple of reasons. And so this is why I'm just gonna like talk about this concept. It just, oh, it fucking like bugs me out. But it's also, it's something that I keep seeing so clearly. It's like a theme. So there's a story, and I'll post the story in the description box so you can watch it for yourself. But basically, someone shot a judge in front of his house. And I saw a couple other stories about this, and I was gonna write about it. And I guess I just had like other better things to talk about. And I feel like, especially like so many prosecutors, like just with my own experience with like civil law cases, like the justice system in America is completely full of shit. Like nobody gets justice. So many people like try to take legal action. They try to get justice for shit that has gone wrong, and it just doesn't. It's a fucking joke. It's literally a joke. And so this is another reason I felt like I've continued to try to live my life this way, just knowing that like I'm a black person, I'm in America. It's like you start knowing, like your parents teach you, like you're not getting justice in this country. You're not going to get shit. And as soon as you make a mistake, you'll probably die. But like if you don't die, like there's going to be the consequences for you doing anything wrong, like blinking wrong, walking the wrong way, are probably near death. And when I was younger, I didn't know what a lot of that shit meant. I didn't understand, why your parents would tell you certain shit. And then you grow the fuck up and you realize it's because like you literally have like, it's almost like if you're black in America, you have 1 penny. Literally like 1 penny. And if you lose that penny, if you drop that penny, if you dirty that penny, if you fuck up that penny by saying anything, you have an opinion, you go somewhere, you cross the fucking street, that's it. You spent your penny and you're not getting another penny because all of the other pennies belong to other people who are not you, and there ain't no more. And I swear, like, fuck that judge. I'm sorry, but like seriously, there's no justice in this country. And there won't ever be. And every step that we take is just like a load of bullshit. And it's like it's so strange to like really hear so many people in America try to be like Israel and America, same fucking thing. All of it is like white supremacy, like clowned up in a fucking ball, and it expects us to all give a shit. It's like you can't live life with your fucking boot on someone's neck, and then as soon as they try to like get like, here's the thing about like screaming, right? When you're screaming, you're saying, I can't take this shit. I'm in a state where like I'm overwhelmed, I'm fucking afraid, something isn't right. So you're screaming to try to like, your mechanism to try to get something to be better, right? It's like a thing that you learn as like a little kid, as a young person. The thing about America and the thing about Israel at this point too. So what Israel is doing to Hamas or to Palestine, they've learned how to do this from what everybody actually internationally has learned how to do this from what America has done to Black Americans. It's so fucking shady and it's so sad and it's fucking criminal. That's the thing that's like so fucked up about all of it. Like when you look back at it, it's like every fucking step there are a finite amount of resources. And it just so happens that in this country, all the motherfuckers who have the resources have all of it. They've got all the shit. All of it. And there isn't enough left for the rest of us. And they can use those resources to then get more and more and more and more and more shit. And that's what they do. They just get all the shit until they have all of the shit. And the rest of us are like, where did all the shit go? They have it because they took it. They earned it because it's almost like if I were to have, you guys have probably heard that. Well, maybe you haven't. Let me just talk to you from my side of the world and the conversations that I hear all the fucking time. A lot of people who are like up and coming musicians, especially like white people, they always get mad at Taylor Swift because they said like, well, her dad invested $1 million in her career and that's how she got started. Sure shit, that's true. So she got started with that $1 million and turned it into billions of dollars. So her dad made an incredible fucking investment and it paid off. But like that's what everyone does. People make investments and then those investments like pay the fuck off. Like that's how it works. Now the problem is when like certain groups have all of the investments and all of the head starts and the rest of us don't have any fucking head starts. And then even like the starting line, there ain't nowhere to go. This is why like I saw something today where a whole bunch of like, it wasn't a whole bunch, it was a few like young black kids were like stealing shit from the Gucci store at this like Green Hills Mall, right? This is in Tennessee. Now I saw this and I wasn't surprised, but it was also like, damn, like, yeah, it makes sense. Like, also, I guess I'm not really surprised about the crime in California. And that's a weird fucking thing to say, but nobody has, not nobody. Black youth in America don't have anywhere else to go. They will never be integrated into the proper systems because, like, there are all these micro systems that are in place. Let me explain this to you. Like in the black community, there is a serious hierarchy of like colorism and classism and all of these like black codes that are amongst black people that are literally created to keep other black people down. So even as the black population in the country shrinks, let's say that you're like a very darker skinned black person and you're poor and you come from generational poverty and you're a black American, you're basically dead. Like you have such a low life chance of becoming anything at all that I mean, you might as well just fucking jump off of a cliff. And that's what like a lot of these kids are doing. They're just fucking giving up. They're going to just like steal and rob and kill and murder and just I mean, they're actually doing this shit and writing rap songs about it. Because there's nothing there is no hope. There's no fucking hope. And like, it was created to be this way. This is exactly why I keep talking about fucking life chances. They're real. If the other black people give a shit about the life chances of black children, the only thing that we have left is Africa. If black people don't start taking Africa seriously, white people are going to colonize that too, to a point where you won't be able to like buy back into it or just have some, you know, Palestinian raid and be like, we want Africa back. Because like Arabs right now are buying a large portion of Africa. Okay. Like China is having a large land grab for it. There is nowhere else. That's ours. And that's all we have. America is not it. America is for this is I'm sorry, like I hate to say this and be like that person who's stating the obvious, but like I am not sitting here saying that Taylor Swift is a racist. Okay, I don't believe that. I don't think that Travis Kelce is a racist. What I truly believe in my heart is that Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce, or it could have been anyone else. You could just insert white dude who has like, you know, money and wealth and shit. Like there had to be somebody to take that place so that those two white people could go and be like fabulous and rich and great and have all the shit, have the mansion, have the fucking perfect story so that all the little white children, the 70%, 60% is it now, of the country that's still white can be like, we want to be like this. And like 60% of them will go be like this. The problem with this story is that like first of all that story just has nothing to do with black people at all. Like there ain't a black person in the story, there ain't a black person at the wedding, nothing. Like it's a completely lily white story that has nothing to do with black people. In a sense, this is really good because it's totally symbolic of what America is, what it stands for. Like all like the people who should have shit they look like them, they act like them. They are going to move on. All I'm saying is like as sure as shit as you can hear me, right? I'm really here. Like I just so fucking happened to be born here. I didn't fucking ask, and if I could take it back, please plant my black ass in Africa where I belong. Like this is not for me. And it's like every day that goes on, it just becomes like more and more clear that like that's the case. I'm just so fucking upset that I had to spend my life like figuring this out. Like you can't even have serious conversations about like womanness yet as a black woman in America because man, like when you have those especially like black males and black youth who pretty much know they're like on their way to prison or they're gonna die, they're gonna fucking take a lot of people with them, anyone that they can. If they see you and they see you as black too, they want to take you to hell with them, and that's where they're going and that's where they'll be. And they'll look at you and be like, well, you're black too. It's like, fuck that. Like, I don't want to go, like, stealing from people and, like, robbing from people just because we're both fucking black. Are you joking? No. But also, like, this fucking society and story has no place for us. And it's, like, insane because there's so many opportunities where, like, the justice system should have come through. And it just fucking didn't. It just fucking didn't. And then you remember, like, why did it happen this way? It's like, oh yeah, because black people aren't citizens. Black people are like 2/3 of a person here. That's why. So, like, I don't know, for the past, like, 4 days, I don't know why it is, but I keep getting seated with, like, lawyers, right? And I just talk to them about how I'm thinking about going to law school and becoming a civil rights attorney. And I think I probably will do that. But, like, I don't think, like, you guys understand the shit that I'm fighting for. Like, I'm gonna start fighting for, like, real reparations. Like, black Americans deserve their money or some sort of, like, citizen pathway back to Africa. Black Americans should have, like, a fully paid for passport back to Africa because, like, as I'm tired, I don't want to hear no more Mexican American fable stories, Asian Heritage Month, fuck all that. Give black Americans their shit so that they can go back to where they belong. You stole the people from the land. Maybe it wasn't you, if it was your fucking great grandpappy, whoever the fuck it was, the money that they got from all of the slavery, yeah, like, people still used it in all of these ways that are benefiting motherfuckers right now who aren't me. All right, like, I'm on the losing end of the stick here, and I want my shit because I want to leave. And I don't think I should have to put in work day after day at this fucking point and this time to do it. It's like there's no easy path forward. Like, it's like so hard. I feel like it's like fucking 1920. You know, it's like literally, like, how is it I have to do all of this work? All of this fucking work. Like, I'm so tired. And I can't be the only one. It's like I'm frustrated, like I'm tired. And we're supposed to give a shit about colonizers? Fuck that. It's so weird. And it's like all this, like, repressed anger, just repressed. And then when you start to think about, like, the normal state of, like, every time I talk, I meet new black people and I'm like, oh, what are they doing? Like, what's up? Like, everyone is just, like, smoking and drinking because they just have to, like, drown out their sadness as to how fucking awful life is. Like, life is so bad. It's like nobody's having fun. This isn't fun. And then people keep talking about fucking abortions. Oh, no, everyone regrets abortions. No one fucking regrets abortions. They don't. Nobody wants their fucking children to grow up in this shitty-ass country. Nobody black. It just fucking, it eats at me. And then I literally read an article by Ann Coulter, and here's what she starts. She literally calls black Americans the Brahmin class. The Brahmin class is like a lower caste in India, like the untouchable people, the Brahmins, right? Seriously fucking Ann, thank you. Thank you for just, like, tossing a little flame on the fire and just, like, making it. It's like even when you think, like, oh, it just, like, couldn't get worse, then it does. It's like somebody sets up, you know, like a pile of bricks, a pile of wood to, like, create a fire, right? And she just, like, tosses the last little, like, lit cigarette on that just burns the whole motherfucker up, right? It starts a flame. And it feels right. Like, it was like we all saw it coming. We all knew we would get here. And then people have the fucking serious audacity to say, like, why are people upset? Like, why is everyone upset? Oh, everyone's so upset. Why is everyone upset? How could you not fucking be upset? So many people don't even have the language to start to talk about what's happening. And then once people finally find the language to talk about it, oh, it's so disrespectful, it's racist, it's blah, blah, blah. We already gave a shit about the racist when it was impacting the other side. It's laughable. And it's so infuriating because for so long they just fucking tell you to shut up and stop talking about race. Nothing's about race. Oh, it's not about hate. Oh, it's not about genocide. We're over that. We're not a race-based society anymore. Nobody cares about that. Oh, stop talking about diversity. Oh my god. We're tired of hearing about that. Oh, blah, blah, blah. One fucking thing happened happens is on every news cycle all fucking day. Shut up! I'm tired of hearing about it. Seriously. Really, I'm tired. What was it? 1,000 people died? Oh, boo-hoo. Boo-hoo. It's all so infuriating because it's from all sides. It's from all fucking sides. I totally, like, I feel like it's so strange. I literally understand why, as a, like, all black women need to just start. You need to, as soon as you fucking turn, like 12 years old, you need to start taking, like, theory of black feminism courses. Because it's the only way that you can, like, understand all sides. Because, see, if you're too naive, you start to go down the niggeration path of, like, Snoop Nigger and all the others who are literally trying to murder you, okay? You start listening to them and you're like, oh, well, they're black too, so maybe they can. Those niggers for sure don't care. Then you, like, live among, like, other people who literally give no shits about people of color at all. Okay, then you have all the other women of color who legitimately just, like, feel like you're, like, less than nothing just because you're black. And then you're just like, okay, so where else is there to go? There's nowhere. There ain't nowhere else to go. All you have are the fucking stories that a million other black women have told you in the past because they're lessons that they learned on a fucking cellular level. And nobody ever believes us. And they're like, they're crazy. Everybody's crazy. Oh, no. No, it's infuriating. It is so infuriating. All of it. It's enough to drive you mad because you might not have anywhere to pull from. The reason I started this channel so fucking some other black person could, like, at least pick parts of the story. If you got one sentence out of this video that helped you, like, understand and put into context, like, something that helped you take a hold of your own humanity in some way, well, thank God. Hold on to that fucking moment forever. Just hold that. Because that's better than what these other bitches have given us. Nothing. Nothing. Sweet nothing. Oh, it's so infuriating. And I guess, like, the really strange part about it is, like, where do you actually go in society to, like, to unpack this? There's gotta be a place that you can unpack this. No, really, like, there would need to be somewhere, some community, some sort of, like, it can't just be, like, a quote. I mean, Twitter is nice to, like, start with, but I can't explain to you, like, the serious exhilaration that comes from talking this shit out. Talking it out will bring you peace like nothing else. Exercise and talking and tea and writing and explaining and editing over and over again to really try to help yourself understand. It will bring you peace. At least some peace. And that peace is so necessary. It's so necessary. It's critical. Maybe take it seriously. I'm not saying you don't take it seriously. I'm just encouraging you in the future, take it more seriously than whatever you're taking it now. Because that's all there is. Some things just really wear me down, I swear.